Welcome everyone to my newest Let's Play, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. This game is the first Zelda game released on a handheld system, released for the regular Game Boy by Nintendo in June of 1993. It takes place after The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and basically Link has decided to go on an adventure away from Hyrule. So, in addition to being the first game, a Zelda game on a handheld, this is also the first Zelda game that takes place outside of Hyrule. Now, we did play Zelda Outlands on this channel that kind of took place outside of Zelda, and in that game, our rattie heroine Chloe defeated the Thunderbird and restored peace to the Outlands of Zelda. Well, Chloe is not the only heroine in her family. In this game, much like my other Let's Plays, I'll be naming the hero after one of the departed pets from Mighty Mouse House Minions in honor of that pet. And this time I'm going to be naming Link here after Chloe's sister Oakley. So let's see if Oakley has the skills necessary to conquer the dangers here on this island. As we saw in the intro there, Oakley got shipwrecked. And ended up on this island, which you will learn is named Koholint Island. So, what a relief! I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What, Zelda? No, my name's Marin. You must still be feeling a little woozy. You are on Koholint Island. We just hop out of bed here. Like a lot of role-playing games, we start out in bed with no equipment. So, she tells us to follow the lane south to the beach, but to be careful because there's a lot of monsters. But if we try to leave, whoa girl, where are you off to? In such a hurry. Set a spell. I got something to tell you. Well, Oakley, you finally snapped out of it. Name's Taryn. Hope you're feeling better. What? How did I know your name? You think it's weird, eh? Well, I saw it on back of this shield. And we get a shield. And we know it's our shield because it had our name on it. We can use it to flip enemies. Oh yeah, some other stuff like this washed up on the beach. If you go and look, watch out for monsters. Ever since you showed up, Oakley, I've seen them all over the place. So, due to some limitations on the Game Boy, some things have changed in this. For instance, we don't have our shield automatically equipped, and we don't have a specific sword button assigned for our sword. All our inventory items we get to assign one at a time to one of the buttons. So we can actually go through the game not using our sword. Right now we have our shield assigned to the A button, so we press our A button and that allows Oakley to flip the shield out, block projectiles, and also be able to flip and push enemies. So, hey, stop, you gotta pay, put it back. You can actually steal items, but if you try to come back to the store, then the shopkeeper will zap you, and you'll get a game over, so. East is Yukoka Prairie, and then also further east is Animal Village. Hey man, when you want to save, just press all the buttons at once. Don't ask me what that means, I'm just a kid. That's a way to do a quick save of your game, so. We won't be able to lift that with our bare hands. We're going to need an item. Like a Link to the Past, we'll need the power bracelet to lift rocks. Yep, those are my boys. I'm Papal, pleased to meet you. I'll be lost in the hills later, so keep a lookout for me here. He's a fortune teller, because he actually will get lost later on. Because they all look alike, even I'm sometimes confused. By the way, do you know Yoshi? My baby keeps on asking for a Yoshi doll, and I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, we have a little bit of a lot of cameos from another Nintendo series, Mario. We have Yoshi. We're gonna have enemies like Goombas, Chain Chomps, Piranha Plants. Well, it seems that after you save, you shall start at the last door you went through. I'm not really sure why that is, because I'm just a kid. And actually, Taryn looks like Mario. Bring, hello, it's me, Elvira. Ask me anything about the island. If you get lost, give me a call. Bye, click. So Elvira basically functions as the fortune teller from A Link to the Past. It gives you hints on what to do. So Elvira speaking, you know, there was a library in the village that might have some good information for you. Talk to you later. Click. And that library basically goes over the new mechanics in the game. I'll be explaining them as I play. So, Yahoo, I'm fine. And you? This is Elvira's house, but he's kind of shy. How to say... Please call outside. It seems that old man Elvira is a shy guy in person. Bring, click. Yes, it's the bucket mouse. Thanks for calling. Well, click. You must have dialed the wrong number. So, I'll be getting all of Elvira's hints just like I got all the fortune teller hints in A Link to the Past. So, here we have a chain chomp enemy. That's from Mario. I said earlier, Taran looks like Mario. Jewels, dresses, I want it all, sigh. And some new accessories would be nice. There will also be somebody who will look like Luigi later on in the game, so... Here we have Miss Bow Wow, ho ho! My Bow Wow is so proud of his fine fur coat. Yep. And that other dog in the doghouse there was looking for jewels and accessories. And that's going to play an important part in the game, so... Mysterious Forest. It's a little bit mysterious. And this Zelda game introduces the trading sequence, which will be a mainstay in a lot of future Zelda games, so... If we press select, we can look at the island map, but who knows what they mean by that? That kid doesn't know. But I know if we look at it, we can see all the areas that we've visited, areas that are blacked out we haven't been to yet, areas that we have been to will usually have a little bit of information on them. So when you're running out of hearts, you better enter a house or cave. Why? I have no idea. Well, because that way if you get defeated and you have to restart your game, you'll restart at the entrance of that house or cave. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Colon. Do we want to read it? Absolutely. Huh? What's this? You can't read the tiny print without the aid of a magnifying glass. And that's why we're going to have to do the trading sequence. Eventually we're going to get the magnifying glass to be able to read that. And that book gives the passageway to properly go through the maze at the end of the game, the final dungeon. And maze solution is generated when you start the game, and the maze is different for every game. So if I started a different game, I'd have a different maze solution. So you can't just learn the answer to the maze from reading a walkthrough or watching somebody else's Let's Play of the game. You have to, do the trade sequence and get the magnifying glass to get the particular maze solution set for your game. Tail Cave to the east, Taranbo Shores to the south. So right now we have our shield assigned to the A button, and we're going to have to use it to deflect the rocks that these Octoroks spit at us, to push enemies out of the way if they come to hit us, and mainly to push these sea urchins out of the way. So we want to have to push them away so we can get our sword. There's a little owl. Hoot, hoot. So, you are the lad who owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It is said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. You should now go north to the mysterious forest. I will wait for you there. Hoot. We can pick up our sword, and that'll be assigned to our B button. But we can, take our sword away if we need to use a different item. And so, we know it's Oakley's sword because it has her name engraved on it. And like A Link to the Past, we can charge up our sword attack and do a spin attack like that. If we hold down whatever button the sword is assigned to, our sword will glow after a few seconds. We release the button, and we'll do that spinning attack, which does double damage. So, now with the sword, we can chop down bushes and get to a few new places we couldn't get to earlier. So here is Sail. Welcome to Sail's house. Oh, bananas. I'm Sail. This is my house. Actually, my hobby is collecting rare and unusual canned food. My brother's an artist, so I guess strange hobbies run in the family. We'll run into his brother later, but keep note of what he wants. Canned food. Defeated that Octorok there. We got a rupee. Rupees are once again the currency in this game. We got to buy a lot of items in this game, so it's important to collect those rupees. We can have a total of 999. So beware of sea urchins. Don't touch them with your bare hands. That's why we needed that shield, and Taran stopped us from going down to the beach without giving us the shield. Remember, we tried to leave his house without getting the shield, and he stopped us, so... Here we got a Guardian Acorn. Sometimes in addition to hearts and rupees, enemies will drop a Guardian Acorn. A Guardian Acorn doubles your defense for several hits or until you enter a cave, house, or dungeon. Enemies can also drop a piece of power. The piece of power doubles your offensive capabilities. What that does is, it also, whenever you hit an enemy, the enemy will be pushed flying across the screen, so... So now let's head back into the village here. We've got some new things we can do in the village. We can chop down these bushes and jump into this well. Like A Link to the Past, we'll be able to collect heart pieces. When we collect 4 heart pieces, we'll get a new heart container. In total, there are 12 heart pieces to collect, so we get 3 heart containers from there, and a total of 14 heart containers altogether. Marin and Taran are gone. Where did they go? Well, if we head up here, Marin is often found here, where the flying rooster thing is, so. And Taran went to the forest to go look for toadstools. Makes sense, he looks like Mario, and Mario likes to eat mushrooms. They make him big and powerful, so. Saw that fox there? When Marin sings, the fox becomes really calmed down, so. And the chicken here, if we hit it, it becomes frantic. And much like A Link to the Past, if we hit the chicken enough, it'll summon a bunch of its friends to come and attack us. If we also hit the fox with our sword, the fox will get angry and will also attack us. So, now I said earlier we can collect 12 different heart pieces to get 3 different heart containers. We also get a heart container after defeating each dungeon. But another thing we want to collect in this game are secret seashells. There are 26 total of them, but you only need to collect 20 to get the main reward that you want from them. So let's hit this fox and you'll see that it attacks us. Missed us there, but ooh. And here we have the trendy game. Trendy game, 1 play for 10 rupees. Play. We want to get that Yoshi doll in the middle, but first we want to get some more rupees. And he tells us that we move it with the B and the A button. B moves it horizontal, A moves it vertical. And there's a timing secret to this. Basically, what you want to do is you want to move it, the crane, to the upper left corner. And then whatever item you want, just hold it there. And then whenever the item that you want appears basically in the middle of the conveyor belt going up, that's when you press the A button, and it'll lower the crane down and it'll grab it. So let's play that again. And we'll go for that other rupees. We can sequence break there and get the magic powder, but we're not. So we're going to hold it here. I'm going to wait for that rupee to go basically up the middle. Once it's in the middle of the upper screen there, press the A button. And the timing will work out that we grab that. So we get 30 rupees every time we pick this up. So this is a cheap way to get rupees real quick, but we're not going to really abuse it. So I just wanted to show that off, but... Challenge again? Sure, why not? Remember there's that person who wanted that Yoshi doll. Let's see if we can get the Yoshi doll. Because the Yoshi doll is required to complete the game, you don't have to learn any timing to get the Yoshi doll. It's just sitting here right in the corner. We just move our crane right over it, and we can pick the Yoshi doll right up. This is where it's important that we kind of, we're paying attention there. Remember that one lady wants the Yoshi doll, so we should go give her that Yoshi doll. Most of the time you only need the trading sequence, like I said, to get to the end of the game. There is one other time, though, you need to have some bananas to get to the 3rd dungeon. So you have to complete some part of the trading sequence to get to the 3rd dungeon. But for the most part, you don't really have to complete the trading sequence until the end of the game. But might as well do it while we can, so... So now we've got the Yoshi doll. Let's give it to this woman whose baby wanted it. Oh, thank you. You are indeed a generous person. I will give you this in return. And we got a bow. maybe you can trade the ribbon for something else. And remember, we talked to some people and things before we went to the beach. Well, one of the things we talked to was that little doggy by Bow Wow's house, and she wanted some jewelry accessories. So hey, maybe she might want this ribbon. Makeup, jewels, dresses, I want it all. Sigh, and some new accessories would be nice. Oh, that ribbon, I need it. Will you trade it for my dog food? Absolutely. Well, here you go, and we get a can of dog food. So, the dog food is full of juicy beef. And hey, do we know anybody who might want some dog food? Well, we know that Sale wants, he likes to collect canned food, so maybe he might want that, that dog food. But before we visit Sale, let's go up this way here. We have another mini-game here, a fishing mini-game. If we tell him we don't want to have it to play, he tells us we need to have more passion, to live a little. But let's do what he says, and let's live a little, let's go fishing. So, let's pay our 10 rupees. This is where it was useful that we did that crane game to get some extra rupees. And basically we toss the lure over here, and once a fish grabs it, we press A and B real quick to lower it in. And the small little runts, we only get 5 rupees for catching them. So, the big fish though, we get 20 rupees. So if you catch all the fish in this pond, you can actually make a 5 rupee profit. Because you have to pay 10 rupees to play, and you can make a total of 55 rupees. But the real reason you don't want to play this game is for a different prize, not the 5 rupees, because, you know, playing this game 5 times and getting all the fish just for 5 rupees, it's kind of a waste of time. So, there's more effective ways to get rupees. So, now the little fish here, these little ones, they're pretty easy to capture. You don't have to press the buttons too hard to get them, but then again, they're little runts, they aren't very powerful. Now the bigger fish though, they're going to be a little bit harder. Especially that one over there on the far left, because he starts really far to the left. Now, if he gets off the screen, or any of the fish get off the screen, before you reel them in, they escape, and you lose your money. So, but if we catch a big fish, a lunker, we get 20 rupees. But the main prize is we want to get that fish right below us. So you just want to cast your hook out really lightly. Just hit the A button. And then you let the lure sink a little bit, and you press the A button to lure it in. This fish is kind of, maybe he's not very hungry, but he doesn't seem to want to take the lure, so you gotta almost get it right in his face. But the reason you want to get this guy is because when you get him, he actually will give you your second piece of heart. So, while not required to beat the game, this mini game you want to play if you're going for the 100% completion. So, and like all my Let's Plays, I will be going for 100% completion. I'll be getting all the Lyra hints. I'll be getting all the secret seashells, even the ones that not necessarily required. Like I said, you need to get 20 to get the main prize, but there's 26 total. After you get the main prize, any other remaining seashells where they would normally be will be replaced by rupees. So he tells us, hey, the pond is all fished up. Try your luck at the sea. But then he's like, no, don't try that. Yeah, there's no way to fish in the sea. So, but we're gonna head down toward the sea, or more precisely, I guess, toward the beach. Because now that we have that juicy dog food, let's see if Sale is interested in it. Remember, he likes to collect canned food, so let's see if he wants that dog food. What's that you have? It's canned food! For heaven's sake, man, give me that canned food to me. He's hysterical. What do we do? Let's give it to him. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. And he eats it right down, so he ain't really collecting it. He's just eating it. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. Yum! And we're going to need those bananas, like I said, to get into level 3. But We got a lot more to explore in this game, so come back on our next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye!